Hey there, Cancer. Welcome to your 2023 yearly forecast for Cancer Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you so much. I'm getting your 2023 yearly forecast out. January monthlies will be out soon after. And then I will go back to having your weekly and angel readings. My schedule's been a little bit jam-packed, and so I want to make sure I make time for all of you. If you are interested in booking your very own 2023 yearly forecast, the link is in the description box below, so make sure you check that out. I'm doing a 12 card spread here. Hopefully it will all come out. Let's see. If not, I may have to shift things around. All right, so January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. I hope I didn't switch any around. So apologies for my voice. I've been under the weather. I've had to re-record your reading because I lost some audio files. Anyway, I'm going to do a 12 card spread, so one card for every month. I will clarify if I need to with other cards. I will also pull energy oracles for the entire year of your main theme for the year, along with love oracles for your love energy for the entire year. And then I will pull some angel messages for you. So I don't generally take the bottom of the deck. However, something told me to take a look at them. And there you go. 4 of Wands. That could be an overall main theme for you for 2023. The energy of union, of unity, coming together. So many celebrations. But also be, gathering of people. I'm getting the energy that some of you will be traveling to connect or reconnect with old friends or family you haven't seen for quite some time. I get the energy of, short trips here and there, but also I even feel like for some of you, this reconnecting with people from your past is giving you this sense of clarity in terms of how much you've evolved and how much you've changed. I was getting that feeling of indecision where some of you have felt like maybe you have not been able to make big decisions for yourself when it comes to things that you've had to close out in prior years or months for some of you. I do get this feeling, and I heard the word excavation, so whatever that may mean for you. For some of you, it could be digging up, relationships, partnerships from the past. Maybe you have felt like you've been immovable from certain situations from your past. I do feel that some of you go into this deep soul searching type energy. I feel more so like that's going to happen at the beginning of the year. Yeah, look at that. So unrequited love, wedding, and calling in your soulmate. So those of you questioning about why things didn't work out in a past relationship, in an old relationship, I do feel as though some of you may be looking at things in terms of, am I doing the right thing? Am I marrying the right person? Especially for those of you that are engaged to be married or looking to get married, are wondering whether or not you're marrying the right person. If you still have this feeling of whether or not you are with the right person, because you do have the card of indecision here. So if you're questioning whether or not you're making the right choices, you're moving forward with the right people, if you feel like there is some unfinished business with past connections and relationships, I do feel like you'll get the clarity that you need. I do also feel that there is like this soft spot you may have for someone from your past, whether it's a friend or or an ex from the past. Excuse me. So I do feel like, you know, you've got the 8 and then the 44, master number 44, but also number 8. And you've got the 8 of Swords here as well for some of you. So 888 could figure in for some of you. That may be, you know, angel numbers that you may be seeing repetitively as you move into the new year. So I do want to bring up the fact that you have second chakra Archangel Ariel. So if some of you have felt like you've been lost for a long time, like you've lost that zest for life, that passion, that drive, that ambition that maybe you once had. And I also feel for some of you, it hasn't gone away, but I also feel that now that you've received everything that you've worked hard for, like you've gotten to that finish line and you're like, now what? Sorry guys, I am going to do the best that I can and hopefully not have too many coughing incidents here. I don't mean to rush through your reading. I do want to give you a very detailed reading. However, depending on how my voice goes. But second chakra Archangel Ariel, if you have felt like your money, career, success, the things that bring you happiness, joy, passion, bring back life into your life, right? A breath of fresh air. If you have felt like that's been missing for quite some time, I do feel that a part of you in 2022 has almost piqued its interest in searching, like soul searching for those answers. And you may be closing out 2022 wondering if you're on the right path, wondering, have you made the right moves? For some, it could be a physical move, right? Moving from one city, county, state, country to another. Others of you, the moving could have been with a career, right? Moving from one field to a completely different one. And you're just like, it sounded so good from the beginning. However, I just heard for some of you how, yes, this was a great move for you. You feel happy, you feel grounded, you feel like what took you so long to get to this point to finally take that leap of faith and move into something that you've always wanted. Others of you, I am getting a strong feeling of finally letting go of an unrequited love relationship, a relationship that you really wanted it to work out. You really wanted or hoped that it would be the one. And, you know, it didn't really turn into anything. For some, it could have been karmic. For some, you know, a very toxic karmic learning lesson, right? Cycle. I do feel that as you move into the first part of your year, you will definitely do some big decision work and, you know, healing and releasing, because at the end of the day, you know, by staying stuck in this indecision, you are really doing yourself a disservice and holding yourself back. So as we move into spring, I do feel like you literally spring forward into love, into action, into having the strength and the courage and the clarity to make those decisions that you've been holding off on making, right? And so, woman holding a heart, this is beautiful. This could be the energy of you yourself finding love and self-love within yourself and giving yourself that unconditional love and grace that you need. I feel like some of you were looking for that in other people, but really you needed to give it to yourself, right? You needed to be more forgiving and nurturing and compassionate towards yourself. That ultimately is what's going to attract all things with love to you, you know, a career, a friendship, a relationship, or, you know, definitely up leveling your current relationship into something more serious and more committed. Especially those of you that are engaged and maybe questioning, you know, if I move through with this in this engagement, do I burn the chances of me having something long-term with someone from your past? Now, I'm not here to tell you what to do, obviously, but I do feel that if you are still thinking about or questioning about whether or not you have an opportunity with someone from your past, then are you really in the right relationship? Is that something that is, you know, a thought grounded in reality, or are you living in this fantasy world that it should have been with that person? In reality, when you really look at things from a clearer standpoint, I think you'll get your answer very, very clearly. Now, like I said, you have Four of Wands here with the overall energy for the entire year. Beautiful energy. The 1111. So you are definitely going to see a lot of synchronistic energy, a lot of signs. I get this feeling that Cancer, you're gonna have a lot of like, this is your sign type synchronistic messages, right? Like, is this a sign? And like literally something pops up that says, yes, this is a sign, right? Am I doing the right thing? And it's almost like instant clarity for you. I do feel that you've got spirit guides, guardian angels surrounding you at this time, really helping to usher you down a path of healing, a path of love, and a path of, everything that brings you joy and success and everything that you've always wanted. I feel like you have this idea of what you have always wanted, but it may have been misrepresented by someone or something, or you had put all your eggs in a basket with one particular person, really hoping that they were the one. And at the end of the day, when you reflect and look at things and say, well, are they capable of giving me or meeting my needs or whatever it is? And am I being too hopeful? Am I hanging on a potential that I see that maybe they don't see in themselves, right? A lot of questions definitely coming up for you, especially because we start off the year with Mercury in retrograde. So definitely that opportunity for you to reevaluate, but also reestablish, right? Making those decisions that perhaps some of you have been afraid to make decisions on. In January, you've got the Ace of Pentacles. This is a great start for the new year. This is basically saying you're very grounded, you're feeling very grounded and clear about how you want to move forward. You know what you need to do when it comes to stability in your life. You know that from here on out, you're no longer going to entertain things that are just that are not based in reality, things that just seem more fiction and fantasy, right? Like when you daydream with someone, but you've been having the same daydream for like 10 years and it hasn't amounted to anything. Why? And are you willing to give up 10 more years of your life and still waiting and hoping and wishing and praying for the outcome that you want? I do feel that you are more determined at the beginning of 2023 to really establish yourself with the life that you want. You are ready to create that life for you. And I feel like that daydreamy energy moving into February, right? That daydreamy energy is saying, I expect love. I want love. I want my career, my success, my money to be good. I want it all. And yes, you're deserving and worthy of having it all. But I feel here that at this point, some of you may be talking to other people that have done it all, that are people that you look up to. And you're having this clarity and realization that maybe some people are not on your level to help support you or nurture, or whether mental, emotional, spiritual, or even financial, right? You may have a circle of friends around you that don't dream as big as you, or that simply can't, because that type of life you want for yourself, that type of success, that type of romantic relationship, maybe your friends or family or your people around you feel or think that it can't happen for you, but that is just them really putting their own fears and what's the word? It's like right on the tip of my tongue. I just feel like they're definitely projecting their insecurities and fears onto you, because what happens if one of you does get ahead? What happens if one of you does find love, does find success, gets moving on up, right, into this life or lifestyle that perhaps seemed unfeasible, you know? And then what happens? You leave them behind, you create your own life, you no longer relate or resonate with them. And, you know, here comes the, oh, you've changed. Well, that's the point. We are meant to evolve and not stay in one place. Some people don't get that message until later in life, and it is not your responsibility to hold yourself back and help this person see, or people see, that yes, things are possible, but you can be a great example, right? For your children, your partner, your family, your friends. And if people are going to hate, they're going to hate. But I'm telling you, the beginning of the year looks very promising, very beautiful. Wheel of Fortune is definitely making some big changes for you in March, feeling that energy of at the right place at the right time, things falling into place for you. And, you know, again, you may be with that question in mind that you will be going back and forth with, juggling your answer, your response of, am I ready to level up? Is this possible for me? And maybe the voice in your head or the people in your ear, or the people that are, you know, one thing to your face and whispering behind your back, or saying she's going to fall on her face, or he's not going to make it, or blah, 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 right? Don't let that be your permanent internal voice. Follow your gut, follow your intuition. And I just heard follow your dreams, as like cliche as that may sound. I do feel that you're going to be set up with a perfect opportunity for you to explore what's next for you, what's possible for you, you know. And in May, we've got the 7 of Wands. In June, we've got the 4 of Pentacles. So if this is an opportunity for you to move up and make changes when it comes to your finances, your career, I also feel for some of you, it is relocating. So maybe you're, you know, some of you are getting out of the hood, getting out of the ghetto, getting out of your like parents' home, or like a small little studio place, and you're moving into a place where maybe you always wished you could live there, but you come across a great deal. You know, don't be afraid of spreading your wings and flying. Don't be afraid of, you know, seeing what's really out there. You know, you can stay stuck your entire life, and then 20 years from now be wondering whether or not you made the right choices, or living with the shoulda, coulda, wouldas, right? 7 of Wands, I do feel that you have a specific belief in yourself, in your dreams, in what you want in your life. However, you also feel that, you know, there are only certain people that you can share that with, and you stand your ground, you stand up for what you believe in. And I feel like you're going to start pulling back and not sharing everything and all your plans with, you know, those that are closest around you. And let's be real, Cancer, it's perfectly fine. You don't have to tell everyone every detail of your life. Some things are meant to be, you know, for your personal enjoyment and happiness and success. And I'm getting the message of, what good is that if I can't share it with someone? And that's just it. You know who you can share that with and who you can't. Okay. So, you know, just be careful of who you do share things with and who you can share things with. And so, you know, June and July, we've got the Page of Pentacles and the 9 of Pentacles. January, February, March, April, May, June. Yeah. January, February, March, April, May, June. So July, August, my bad. Now you've got a lot of Pentacles here for your entire year. You've got the Ace of Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles, right? With the Wheel of Fortune. So clearly many of you are going to grow your finances. This is going to be almost like an experimental year when it comes to your finances in 2023. And not experimental bad, holy shit, my money is going to tank. But rather you're going to come across opportunities that maybe you never felt were meant for you. Maybe you get an opportunity to learn about, you know, new ways of investing, or you come across a grant or a loan that helps you further your education, or, you know, maybe a startup for some of you. For some of you, that money can come in gifts of money, or, you know, and gifts of money don't necessarily mean by people, you know, right? You could be looking to purchase a home. And then all of a sudden you come across a program that says, oh, you know, we cover your down payment or your closing costs and you no need to pay it back or whatever, right? And so that is also the universe's way of gifting you money. So July, August is looking really, really good here. Page of Pentacles is an offer of money. You know, you start the beginning of the year with the Ace of Pentacles, which can also be seen as an offer or a gift of big money, but also a brand new opportunity in something more stable, right? So you could be setting yourself up to have your money spread into different accounts, right? You know, putting money away, investing money, growing your money. And I do feel like for some of you by the summertime, you're just like, holy crap. Who would have thought that making that initial investment at the beginning of the year was going to get me to this point of, you know, wealth, growth, independence, financial freedom, feeling like you can finally afford a life or a lifestyle or the little luxuries of life that you've always wanted for yourself, your partnership, your family, your children, whatever it may be. I do feel like for some of you, this is almost like an underdog story. If you feel like you've been trying to do everything that you can to get yourself out of a tough break, a tough situation, trying to grow your money, your wealth, your status, it feels as though you just scratched the surface in 2022, but 2023 is when that shit is booming. Let me tell you. It just feels like overwhelming sense of new opportunities. And although by September you feel like this shit took way too long for it to come up, but it was really because the timing had to be right. You are being guided by spirit, by your angels, your guides. And I do feel like all these opportunities have been lined up in a way where it's giving you an opportunity to really, again, do some soul searching, doing some what's important for Cancer. Am I honoring Cancer? Is Cancer honoring themselves? Is this really the right path for me? Even if certain things don't feel plausible or feasible, it can essentially open up other doors down the road. So by September, I feel like there's going to be a little bit of a slowdown, especially for those of you in business. You may see a little bit of a shift in your sales. And I don't mean like all of a sudden business is going to tank. But I do get the energy that this might be a quiet opportunity for you to get some very important business advice, financial advice, and downloads, right? The information, the energy that you need. I do feel like September is going to be that opportunity for you to come up with something great, something new idea. This is going to be new perspectives and really essentially finding that passion for life all over again. October with the Ace of Wands, definitely a brand new beginning that brings in a sense of love and, happiness and just overall passion, right? We've got the second chakra archangel Ariel that clearly is the same type of energy here, because that sacral chakra here that we have here is really about bringing back the passion into your life. If you have felt that you've lived a life of like routine and monotony, that's definitely going to change. For those of you in relationships or looking to get into a relationship, oh my God, this is going to be like super fun, experimental, passionate. You're going to have a lot of good times. I'm just going to say it like that, right? Exploring certain fantasies, playtime, however you want to call it. I do feel like some of you are going to have a lot of fun in that department throughout the year, not just October, okay? But Ace of Wands is definitely a new opportunity. Now, again, you've got two pages here. You've got a knight. You've got two aces. You've got the Wheel of Fortune. Your major arcanas that have popped up for the year are the Wheel of Fortune and the Temperance card. All the other ones are really supporting it. And I just feel like there's so many new opportunities coming in for you that are really going to bring in a lot of excitement for you in this year. Now, November and December, some of you may be a little stuck in your head. Remember, we talked about it at the beginning about whether or not you're making the right decisions in your life in regards to a love opportunity, whether or not you're making the right decisions towards a career. Those of you that are thinking of moving or traveling or going to visit certain people, I do feel like some of you have been harping on old wounds that you know need to close. Please don't wait until the end of 2023 to do this. If I'm letting you know right now, now is a good opportunity to really work your way through the healing process to be able to really close the door. You know, this is really a glimpse at what's to come, the energy of the new year. However, free will says, well, if I don't want that shit harboring the whole year all the way up into November, then maybe I need to take care of this right then and now, right? Maybe I want to be able to say, you know, I need the clarity. I need closure. I need to, or maybe some of you create your own closure. Others of you, I feel like you've really held yourself back from experimenting in love or dating or just dating altogether. You've been single for a long time. I'm hearing some of you that have been single for a very long time. I heard you felt duped by someone. You may have felt that this person really portrayed themselves to be the one, and it brings your inner guidance into question. Like, I believed everything that they said and it was all false, right? So I feel like that is a big part of your healing as we move into 2023. But again, don't let that linger towards the end of the year. You really don't want to question every love offer, every friend in your life, or everyone's intentions. That's exhausting, Cancer. Get ahead of it. Yeah, look at that. Okay. 3 cards, and I normally don't take this many out, but as I was looking at the 8 of Swords, because that's why I pulled the Kipper deck, is to clarify the 8 of Swords. You know, like I said, you may have felt fooled or, you know, taken for granted in a relationship from your past. You may have moved very far away from each other as well, so there is distance here. I feel like if there is someone that you felt was older than you, more mature, or should have been, you're like, if this person who was like way older than me or presented themselves to be a much more mature partner still duped me, how am I supposed to trust anyone moving forward? But in reality, again, you cannot judge people by what experiences and people from your past have done. Not everyone is different. Those are chords and experiences that you have to, you know, really break down, learn, understand, and understand the red flags that maybe you ignored or missed and never let it happen again. But I do feel like you've distanced yourself from people like this for quite some time. Some of you that are single, I do feel like you take a crack at dating at the beginning of the year, and then it's kind of like your money starts picking up, and so you feel like you can't balance both, so you're better off being single for a while, and then you start dating again. Sorry, I had to break there. But you start dating again towards the end of the year. Yeah. Some of you, your main goal is really going to be on getting your household in order, stable home environment for yourself before you really want to take anyone seriously. If you have children, or maybe you're thinking of having children, I do feel that that is going to be your main focus. If you are going through a divorce or separation, this isn't specific to many of you. It just feels very isolated for a handful of you. I feel like the house, the home is going to be, you know, a little bit of a battle here, right? And so as we move on to your love energy for the year, you do have the card of unrequited love and wedding. So again, some of you may be thinking about whether or not You are moving towards the right relationship. If you are engaged to be married, if you are thinking of moving forward with someone now, but yet you're still thinking of someone from the past, there may be unfinished business or cycles. Some of you are just going to have to make your own closure, unfortunately. You also cannot depend on other people to give you the answers or the closure that you need. And even if you think you know what you want to hear to make things all better for you to move on, sometimes we fool ourselves into thinking that that's exactly what you need, right? But I'm hearing the moment is now. You know, your love, the people that are here in the here and now with you, I feel like that is who you are meant to be with. And there is this energy of a tug and pull with the energy from the past. And so I do feel like you will start to see and realize that perhaps that person from the past was unrequited love. There wasn't enough for that relationship or connection to keep going. For some of you, it was a situationship that was never going to be long-term commitment. And, you know, those of you that are really working on calling in your soulmate, separating yourself from the past, you know, past karmics, toxic, unhealthy relationships, or just the fact that you've been single for a while, I feel like you're finally going to meet the one in 2023. For some of you, you may meet someone at a wedding, but I definitely feel that marriage for a lot of you is in the cards in 2023. You know, others of you, I just feel like there is this energy of commitment, right? Committing to yourself and committing to someone in the long term. Absolutely love this energy for you guys. I know for some of you, you may not be expecting that. And I feel like some of you are just kind of like, well, if it happens, it happens. It doesn't, it doesn't. And that's okay. But I do feel like there is some unresolved issues that are on an emotional level that kind of play these mind games with you, play tricks on you, that have kind of held you back from really exploring what a real loving, nurturing, and supportive energy is for you. So now, what are the blessings, your angel blessings for the entire year? Knight of Water, you have that twice. I'm telling you, that is this card here. So pretty much reinforcing what I just said. The High Priestess, I love it. 4 of Water and 4 of Fire. Another repeated card. So you also have the cards 444. So those angel numbers may be of significant for you. 4 of Fire is 4 of Wands, right? That is your underlying energy on the bottom of the deck, right? And it says contentment, peace, abundance, a happy home life, the successful completion of a project, you know. But what does the Knight of Water say? Falling in love or wedding proposals. I'm telling you, some of you are definitely calling in your soulmate and calling in love for you. You have it here twice. The need to balance your emotions and an invitation to a social event. So Cancer, definitely, you know, any social event that you get invited to, I would definitely take that up. I feel like your social calendar, your partnerships are going to be highlighted here. Your money, career, business, all around looks like a very good year for you. You also have the High Priestess card. Listen to your intuition. Have patience and consider carefully what you want before acting, okay? So remember what I said here. Some of you have been questioning whether or not you can trust your own judgment, your own gut, your own intuition. It really is time for you to get back into doing some meditation work and really trusting what your inner guidance is telling you and not second guessing yourself. You know, I do feel that you are going to come across certain opportunities that you've been wanting for a long time. And so now is the time for you to take action. 4 of Water, though, says missing an opportunity, discontentment, or boredom. Open your eyes to the possibilities. I do feel that your angels are really guiding you here to letting you know, listen, we are lining you up with all these amazing opportunities, friendships, relationships, business, money, career, advancement, whatever it may be. Don't be afraid to take risks and chances that are really for your highest good. If you miss an opportunity, if you decide not to follow through on something, how is that going to make you feel, down the road? Are you going to feel a sense of, sadness or regret or shoulda, coulda, woulda, right? You got to let that energy go and really trust your inner guidance that's holding you in a place of, being able to take that leap of faith. I feel like your guides are telling you you are safe to make those decisions. You are safe to trust your intuition if you have felt like you haven't been able to for quite some time. I really love this reading for you. Your 2023 looks fabulous, very enlightening, a lot of love, passion, and lots of money, honey. And I'm here for it, Cancer. Have a wonderful 2023. Make sure that you give this a thumbs up, like, share, comment, and subscribe if you'd like to get your own 2023 yearly forecast. The link is in the description box below. Honor yourself, love yourself, and may you have a beautiful holiday and wonderful blessings throughout the year. Take care. Bye.